Hello and welcome into this edition of the Earl Hall Show. I'm your host, Earl Hall. Today, we've got a very special guest. Today on the show, I am honored to have Kate Thurman, a true powerhouse and visionary leader. She's an international best-selling author, TV producer, philanthropist, and media personality with over 20 years of business management experience as the president of Angelically Blessed Incorporated and founder of Faith Safe Haven Women's Ministry. Kate is making a profound impact, empowering women and supporting families in need. She's also the host of The Kate Thurman Show and co-host of Graceful Gatherings with the Thurmans. Get ready to be inspired by her passion for transforming lives. Kate, welcome to the Earl Hall Show. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Hi, Earl. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I
Okay.
love it.
Okay. Yeah. We got a chance to chat it up a little bit before we went on. And, as you were saying, everybody's busy. Is it not good to just be busy, working on stuff that you're passionate about working on?
It is. It feels good. And it is good. I think it's good. I think it's wonderful to be just busy and working. Time goes by, but
Mhm.
it's your passion. You're driven by your passion. So we all need to be working. We are some busy people.
And that's a good thing. I mean, I love doing what I do, and I can tell that you definitely love doing what it is that you do.
Mhm.
Right now, with everything that's going on with you, what is the thing you're most excited about right now with what it is that with the different projects you're working on?
I am most excited about my nonprofit. Because
Okay.
I love giving back. Even with the TV shows, we give back in some way from there. Even if it's just cutting down the prices, whatever it is, we
Hmm.
are super excited about just giving back. So our nonprofit is near and dear to our hearts. For me, giving that nonprofit, it's tough, but giving that nonprofit, I'm gonna run it.
Okay. It's interesting. I mean, I don't know a lot about nonprofits. And so, like, even asking a couple questions around that, it's like, as a nonprofit, I mean, do you mostly get grants to help you with things? Do people donate? How does that revenue stream come in for a nonprofit like what you're running?
So with that one, you need some grants. But Chris and I, when we started, I'm gonna be 100% honest. We were doing it out of our pockets.
Come on.
We do get a few donations. It's getting better now. We're in the process of getting grants. But honestly, to be 100% frank with you, we were doing it out of our pocket. That's just how dear it is to us. We knew that God was going to bless us. It wasn't about originally the grants, but you do need those grants and the
Okay.
donations, the
Hmm.
fundraising. It helps you keep afloat. That's those are things that you have to have in order to run a nonprofit. You just can't just keep saying, "Oh, we're just gonna do it out of our pockets," but then you're gonna go broke eventually.
Okay. Okay. So
hmm
what is the nonprofit that you run? What is that specializing in? Like, what is the thing that you make sure that you do to contribute?
So with Angelica Bless, we help families impeding homelessness. And I tell the story all the time how Chris and I came up with the idea, but I do have my own story.
Hmm.
I had a house fire in 2019. And by the time I got home, guess what? Red Cross was there. They gave us $1,500. They took the power box off the wall. The water was off, and it was awful. And I had to live in a hotel for 2 months. I had no help. So that's what drives me personally, being able to have resources or something to help people, because when you don't have anyone that's going to help you, it kind of it makes you it sends you into like a depression, and I don't want anyone to
Mm.
feel that. And if I know someone is going through that, I'm going to try to help in some kind of way.
Well, what's so inspiring about what it is that you're talking about is many times people that do things like you do is because they've gone through that experience
hmm
and they genuinely don't want anyone else to have to go through that. And so you've been able to figure out some things that people genuinely need to know
hmm
if they face certain situations or already in those situations. You can help them, kind of navigate through all of that. How
hmm
do these things kind of drive you and wake you up each morning to pursue this work? Like, what is that all about?
Just being driven to help people. When you wake up in the morning, I wake up and we say our prayers. Chris and I pray every day, so we
Hmm.
say our prayers, and knowing that, for me, knowing that it could be me again, it could be my kids, it could be
Hmm.
any other relative, and knowing that people out there, they're someone else's relative, and so it drives me to want to keep going and doing what I'm doing, and just, no matter if we have the grants or not, I
Hmm.
know that my blessing comes from the Lord. So that's the driven part. That's what drives me. Knowing that I'm not doing it for any get back from anyone, just God Himself
Hmm.
has provided for us to be able to do this. And that's enough.
That's so true right there. You've got all the help you need, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the direction that you need. All that you've done, from being an international best-selling author to running your nonprofit to the different businesses that you're doing, you know, what is one thing you wish you had known when you first started?
Mm. How busy I was gonna be.
Okay, where to get the money from, right?
Right. Right. You see me looking over these glasses. Listen, I'm like, okay, these ideas are coming, and yes, God is providing, but whoo, I was just sitting there. At first, one time I sat down and said, now what I got myself into? I'm, writing books, and I'm currently writing my book of Walking in My True Divine Purpose from Silence to Strength. I'm
Hmm.
trying to do that, and so after church, I'm sitting there. I'm trying to write that on Sunday so I don't take any calls. That's my day for my book. And
Okay.
then, just, oh my gosh, I wish I had have known. I knew it was 24 hours in a day, but I
Okay.
wish I had have known it was, or imagine it was 48 hours in a day. So how about that?
Right.
Because you know
And
it's
them
24
hours
hours.
go by so quick.
Yeah, it's not enough
You
time.
can sit down in front of that computer or have that notebook and 2 hours is gone.
Yes.
3 hours is gone, and it's like you've just been so involved with what it is that's going on. And I mean, obviously, just through talking to you in this conversation, I can tell that faith plays a big part in your life and your husband's life,
Mm-hmm.
and how it is basically that you guys generally roll.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is your greatest strength, and how has it served you in your work?
My greatest strength is, I'm gonna say God, and I'm gonna
Hmm.
say the strength He gives my husband to be as supportive as he is with me. The strength I see in my kids, they support us in everything that we do. My greatest strength is the courage that I have, and I got rid of that fear. The guys used to have fear, but God don't operate in fear. He don't give us fear.
Okay.
He is not the
Okay.
author of fear. So knowing that I no longer have that fear, knowing that I can. At first, I wouldn't do any interviews because I was nervous. Knowing if listen, call me for an interview. I'm gonna get on there, but that's God in me. Knowing if when you
Mm,
know me, you know that I tell my story all the time. I felt like I didn't have a voice, and I
okay.
know I have a voice. That strengthens me knowing that someone wants to hear what I have to say, and that's all the strength I need.
I think that's powerful because I think many times people are held back thinking that no one wants to hear what I have to say, or no one's going to think I'm important enough
Mm-hmm.
to, listen to what it is that I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think it was that you had that challenge, and how did you actually just overcome that? Because
Mm-hmm.
that sounds like a push through to me.
Yeah, I had that challenge for 43 years.
Oh wow.
And it's been a year since I've come out of it. When I wrote that chapter in the anthology, which she said yes, I I felt relieved. It was like, how you feel like a weight just off of you, and then and initially I was still like, I still don't want to do any talking. I literally used to fight the people that I worked with on trying to get these
Wow.
projects done. I was like, I'm not talking on nothing. I'm not doing this. I'm not. I did all of that, but that was fear. And in this last year, last 13 months, it's been a year since I've overcome all of that. It took 43 years to get
Mm.
here.
Well, look at you now. I mean, just you to me, you're not afraid to talk. You're not afraid to get out there and say what it is that you have to say.
Thank
For those that's tuning in, I mean, we are with Kate Thurman. We're going to take a short break and we're going to come back and hear more from this powerhouse. Stay tuned. In today's fast paced world, success often feels like a numbers game. Bank accounts, titles, prestige. But what if true success went deeper than that? I'm Earl Hall, author of Mind Your Business, a new book that invites you to look beyond just profiles and into what really drives you as an entrepreneur. Mind Your Business isn't just about making money. It's about understanding your purpose, overcoming self-doubt, and cultivating a mindset that's resilient and grounded. I've built this book on hard-earned insights, stories from my journey, and lessons from other entrepreneurs like you. This book will help you shift your perspective, ignite your passion, and align your business with what truly matters. So, if you're ready to redefine success, Mind Your Business is available. Let's take this journey together. Grab your copy and start building a business and a life that reflects your true self. Are you ready to share your story with an audience eager to learn from your journey? Welcome to the Earl Hall Show, the podcast where entrepreneurs, authors, speakers, and creatives share their unique insights and experiences. With over 15,000 subscribers on YouTube and episodes promoted on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, your story will reach an engaged and growing audience. As a guest, you'll join me for a 20-minute pre-recorded video interview aired every Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Book your spot now for just $49. This offer won't last long. The Earl Hall Show. Your story deserves to be heard. All right, and welcome back into the Earl Hall Show. I am here with international best-selling author Kate Thurman. I love saying it, international. That's a title right there. International best-selling author Kate Thurman. I mean, in the first segment, Kate, I mean, we talked about a lot of stuff here and just really you pushing through the different types of fear that you had and overcoming self-doubt and things of that nature. What do you think for you is the best piece of advice you've ever received to help you conquer all of that?
The best piece of advice was when I was told, babe, you got this. From my husband. That was one. And even though those little words, those little you got this, 3 words, right? You got this. Seem and initially it was like, what you talking about? And then when he said it, that resonated with me. And then I had a few friends of mine, they was like, you can do all things through Christ. And they would say, go back to the word. Take the word with you. Read your word.
Okay.
Read your Bible.
Okay.
And that was the strongest. All of those who gave me, that encouragement and to go back and read the word. And they would say, what did God say?
Mm-hmm.
So I went from my husband saying, babe, you got this. And I thought that was so cliche. I said, babe, I need a little bit more encouragement than that. But him saying that, and then he would say also, take it to the Lord in prayer. So for him saying that, my friends saying, my friend saying, what does the word say? And my apostle at the time, she did say to me, she said, now you can't do this if you still scared. If you scared, sit down.
Mm.
And I was like, at first I was like, well, who's she talking to? But she did
But
say,
sometimes that's what we need, right? We need someone that's going to challenge us
mm-hmm.
to go beyond, go further than we even think we can go ourselves. And just by understanding more and more about your faith, I mean, and like we said before, you've got everything it is that you need, to push this thing forward. You've gone through a lot, I'm sure, building what you have built. What would you think would be the most unexpected lesson you've learned in your career?
Whew. Rome wasn't built in one day, right?
Come on.
The most unexpected lesson was thinking that I can just come up with these ideas and they were gonna all just hit at once. Oh my goodness. Learning how to take my time
Mm-hmm.
and getting the right people. Because I went with this person, that person, this person, that person. And they all lied. And then
Yeah.
I a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, I said, Now forget this. And I got on my hands and knees. I went in that prayer closet, and then I took her to the
Come on
altar.
now.
I said, "Now, Lord, send me the right people." I asked him to send me the right people. And then it's like I could see the right people coming in for the nonprofit. Dr. Tom's coming in and all these
Mm,
people coming in and all I could say was, thank you, Jesus. Like literally, I enjoy those 4 a.m. morning calls
okay.
with the individuals that work with us behind the scenes because I learned that hard lesson was first of all, stop jumping to everybody to say they can do something for you and spending your money. You're just wasting
Right.
your money and your time.
Right.
Mm-mm. That's a
You
lot.
know, this and these are all valuable lessons here. But I think one of the things that is interesting to me about people a lot is that you see them pursuing the thing that they're pursuing, and whether they're led through that or they have a passion for that or whatever. But what do you think? What profession would you pursue if you weren't in your current line of work?
Yeah. Um, I did probably my daycare. I owned my own daycare for over 11 years.
Oh,
And I absolutely loved it. The only reason I closed is because I was getting ready to have my son KJ and I
oh,
wanted to focus on family. But I would do that if I wasn't in these current roles that I'm in. I would
yeah.
stick to just having. I'll open my daycare again because I absolutely love kids. Love being a nurturer. I just love it.
Wow. It's amazing that you've are in the career that you're in because I just, kind of connected this dot. You love kids and you love taking care of them, but you also love taking care of people. You love taking care and making sure that people are okay, regardless of the circumstance they're in, and to help encourage them that they can go beyond their current circumstance.
Right.
So many times, even in my own life, I think about how I would talk to my younger self. You
Mhm.
kind of wish you could do that. But, if you could go back and give your younger self a piece of advice, what would that be?
I would tell my younger self to not be afraid. I would tell my younger self to understand and have the the peace within myself to know that someone wants to hear what I have to say. I would tell my younger self to um, be encouraged because you can encourage others. I would tell all of that to my younger self.
Wow. Well, I'm sure that you do that to with other people. I'm
I
sure
do.
that you encourage them just in that same way, which helps everyone in a huge way. You know, y- what is the way that you want people to learn more about you, Kate? Like, how can they get in contact with you? What do they need to do?
So they can reach me for Angelica Bliss at angelicallybliss0811 at gmail.com. If or 770-765-6641. If they want to reach out about the Graceful Gatherings show or the Kate Thurman show, it is Graceful Gatherings 811 at gmail.com. Same number, 770-765-6641. All social media, you can find. I'm Kate Thurman. I'm just Kate
Yeah.
Thurman, boo. You just Kate Thurman, boo. Just find me there.
Okay. What about the books now? They on Amazon?
So, the anthology, the one with Walking in My True Divine Purpose, is She Said Yes, yes, that is on Amazon. And the Walking in My True Divine Purpose From Silence to Strength is not yet out. Where it's going to be released in early spring 2025. Almost done.
Okay. Well, we're going to be looking for that one. Just in
Mhm.
closing, what is your best piece of advice that you love giving people?
I tell everyone all day, every day, you are not what you've been through. And I say this slogan, don't abuse yourself. And what that means is when you shorten yourself or you make yourself feel like you're not worthy or you're not enough. To me, when I did that, I told myself one day, I said, I abused my own self. I
Mm.
shortchanged my own self. So I would tell people, don't shortchange yourself. Don't abuse yourself. Encourage yourself. Always look to Christ, pray about anything you want to do, and walk in your true divine purpose.
I love it. I love it. Everyone, Kate Thurman has been our featured guest here on the Earl Hall Show. Kate, thank you so much
Thank you.
for taking out the time to be with me today. I'm sure folks will get a lot out of this interview. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And until next time, everyone, we'll see you on the next episode of The Earl Hall Show. You take care.